What's up, everybody? This is Reverend Guns, and today we are going to be taking apart and cleaning this Phoenix Arms 22LR pistol. So the first thing we want to do is a safety check. You're going to want to leave the magazine in it for this. Okay, it will not let you cock it unless the magazine's in it. So while the magazine's still in it, you'll want to pull back on the slide and push up on the slide lock once the slide is all the way back. So back and up. That will lock the slide into place. Now you can push the little button here behind the trigger. It's the magazine release, and it will allow the magazine to come out. Okay, two things you're looking for here. One, there's nothing in the chamber. Okay, so we know the gun's good. Two, you need this magazine empty. Okay, completely empty for this process because you have to use the magazine to get the slide to engage. So make sure this is completely empty. No rounds in here at all. Okay, so now we know there's nothing in the magazine, there's nothing in the barrel. Let's go ahead and put the magazine back in. And we're going to leave this slide open just like that. Okay. You see a switch here up by the barrel. Okay, it's on both sides. You're going to want to push that forward and it's going to release the barrel. So what I do is I just take my thumbnail, push it forward, and the barrel starts to slide up. And then you just keep pulling all the way back until the barrel is free. Okay, now we see the guide rod and spring here. You're going to want to put your finger on that spring and hold it. And I use my thumb on the end of the slide here, the front end of the slide, to control it kicking back when I release the slide lock. So hold the spring and in the slide and release the slide lock. And now you can, it's only let the slide go so far forward. It just kind of stops, right? Well, then you just pick it up from the back. Like that. And you can finish taking off the rest of the slide. Okay? And now we have right here the guide rod and spring. That just lifts out. Nothing magical to it. Okay, and then we can separate the spring from the guide rod itself. And these are the pieces we are going to be cleaning today. I'm going to take my gun cleaner here and give this a quick spray down. Make sure everything's nice and coated. And while that's soaking for a moment, I'll explain what I've got sitting here. So I have a soft bristle brush and has a little detail end on the end of it. That comes in handy for small areas. I have a harder bristle brush for the real stubborn carbon. I don't use the metal or steel, brass, or anything that coarse of a brush. I don't want to scratch up anything on the frame or any of the finish. So I just stick with the soft nylon most of the time. That's more than sufficient. I've got a 22LR barrel brush. I have a 22LR jag. These tools we're not going to need. Of the gun oil, I've got a gun oil rag just for gun oil. It doesn't have anything else on it, so I know it's not contaminated. I've got some patches and Q-tips come in handy for the small areas. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with the barrel because it's kind of the one thing that has a particular way to do it. You always want to go in from the back, and that means two things. You don't want to go in from the muzzle end because if you damage any of this end here by banging it, clanking it, dinging it, chipping it, whatever, it's going to cause accuracy issues and other problems. So we don't do that. So make sure you put it in the back. Okay? And when you do, go all the way through. Okay? push it all the way through and pull all the way out. And it's going to feel a little gritty. And what you're doing is trying to break up all the carbon and residue that is in. There we go. It's starting to smoothen out and get a little easier. But, you know, 7, 8, 9 times, I don't know, you can do 15, you can do as much as you want. It's not going to hurt it. So once you've done it several times and you feel that it's gotten a lot easier and a little smoother, yeah, see, I've probably done it 15 times now and it's just getting easier. So we'll count that as scrubbed. Now we're going to take our soft bristle brush and start going at the rest of it. Make sure we break up any dirt, carbon, grime, dust. We want to make sure we get it all off. And just go around it all and get it real good. Get around the muzzle end. Carbon likes to come out there. Okay, and once you're done with that, take a rag and wipe everything off here, and then we'll go through with the jag and finish cleaning out the rest of the barrel. So, if you haven't used a jag before, it's got a little tit on the end here. Okay, you got to take your 22LR patch, okay, it's a little small thing, and stab that tit right in the middle. And then feed it through the barrel the same direction you went with the brush. Go in from the back and just push it through. Okay? And as you see, that was quite dirty. So the nice thing about the jags is it only, you know, takes a few of these compared to the slotted cleaning rod, which you can use. There's nothing wrong with that. It just takes a little longer to do. But you can usually do this in like 3, maybe 4 swipes, and it's almost perfectly clean. So just keep doing it until you don't see anything more on the anything black on the barrel. It'll never be completely white. It'll look kind of grayish. It might even look wet. Okay, so this looks slightly almost gray. We're going to keep going with that. And push it on through. Oh yeah, we'll do that one more time. That's looking pretty good. But I want to make sure this is clean because this doesn't look like it's been clean for quite some time. So, alright. Here's the last one. Like I said, it looks kind of grayish. There really isn't any black left on there. So, we'll count the barrel as done. We're going to go ahead and move on to the slide and start scrubbing everything out of there. Make sure you get the slide rails real good. Getting any groove you can, any little bit that you can scrub, go for it. You are not going to hurt this at all. Okay, get back here where the hammer strikes. Break up all that junk. Let's get where the firing pin comes out. This little detail end comes in handy. Let's get the extractor, get the rest of it. Just scrub everything you can. Like I said, you're not going to hurt it. So, once you feel you've got it cleaned, grab your rag, start wiping everything off. You want to get all that dirt, residue, carbon, all that stuff off. All we did was break it loose. Now we're wiping it off. Get around the safety. Make sure there's nothing in there. Let's get here up by where the hammer strikes. Now this is where something so small, Q-tips come in handy. You can get down into those little crevices real easy. Make sure you've gotten a good scrub on everything. Get everything cleaned off. Alright, we'll get down in the slide rail as well. There we go. That looks pretty good. We'll set that aside for now. The spring, a little difficult to scrub, so I'm just going to go at it with my rag and just kind of swirl it around and get it wiped off. Okay. You got the guide rod. If it's dirty, scrub it. You're not going to hurt nothing. So everything you can get clean is just going to help the gun function better. And then we'll wipe that off. Alright, and the frame. Get in there. Try to break everything loose. We can actually take the magazine out at this point. Make sure it's up in the fire position, and then you can press the button. We don't need the magazine for a bit, but start scrubbing. That hammer real good. You're gonna have to use your detail end a lot to get down into the mag well and alright, then we'll take our rag. We'll start wiping everything off. Like I said, Q-tips will come in handy for this, with it being so small. You'll want to get into the small areas with the Q-tips. Alright, so let's grab a Q-tip here. Let's kind of work our way from the back to the front. All these little areas, little small areas, are really easy to get to with a Q-tip. So going until you've got everything pretty well wiped off. I'm probably going to have to rub the rag down in through the mag well here. Which isn't a bad idea. We'll just feed the rag through so you can get a good wipe on the inside. Okay, we're looking pretty good. Oh, I kind of want to get down in there a little bit. There we go. All right. Time for some lube. So go ahead and grab your gun oil. And I've got a little rag just for gun oil. And basically what you're looking for, we'll start with the frame here. You're looking for scratch marks, rub marks. You can kind of see how it's looks scraped. Those are the places you want to put oil, because that's where metal on metal contact is happening. And we want that lubed. So anywhere you see scrapes, there we go. And we don't want to put it everywhere, because oil attracts dirt and dust real easy. So we don't want to cover everything with it and make the gun get easily dirty. The guide rod, I'll actually do the little rod part that the spring goes over, just to help the spring. So I don't do the spring. The barrel, really you're looking for the same thing. Most of the wear is done on the bottom half of the barrel. So anywhere you see little scratch marks, oh yeah, see on the underside here, that gets a lot of friction there. And I'll even, myself, I'll put some on the feeding ramp too, just to help ammunition slide into the chamber. Oh, let's see here. Got some there. Want to get the slide rail real good. Underside rubs. Looks like that rubs a little bit there. Alright, that looks like about it. I don't put any on the extractor because, you know, like I said, dirt and dust attract. I don't need it jamming up the extractor, so it doesn't cause the function to fail. So now we can put it back together. Let's take our frame here, and we will take our guide rod. Okay, you will notice that the guide rod has two little prongs on the back side of it. If you look down in there, you can see right there, there's a cavity in the block. That's where you insert the guide rod. Okay, and it just sits there in place. All right. Now the easiest way I found to do this is to put the spring back on, and it doesn't matter which way you put it on. It's the same either way. Okay. Then I'll take the slide, and the slide, the guide rod spring sits on this ledge. Okay, so you have to compress the spring with this ledge, and then remember how you have to kind of push it. You had to pull it up from the back to put it on. Well, now you have to push it down. So we're going to slightly, and I'm going to put my finger on that spring again and hold it while I do this. I'm going to slightly, this will make things a lot easier if the magazine's in it. Okay, so put the magazine back in. Alright, so put the spring on that little step, and it only takes a little bit of effort to drop the slide into place. Like I said, you just kind of push it downward. Okay, so now I'm going to put my finger on that spring again and push back, guiding that spring over the guide rod until it's all the way back. And now I can lock it into place with the slide lock. And if I let go, the spring stays in place. And this makes it real easy to put the barrel back on. So, take the barrel, and the easiest way I found to do this is jam the feeding ramp right where you see the magazine sitting there. You're going to kind of have it almost the same angle the ramp is. So stick it in and push down right there next to the magazine. There we go. And it'll kind of lock into place. And then you can just press it down. The guide rod will snap back into place, and you can uncock the firearm. So yeah, everything is now functional. Okay, so once you find that little slot next to the magazine there, you'll know it because it clicks into place and it stays at an angle, and so all you have to do is just clamp it shut. So now let's grab a clean rag here and give this a final wipe down. This is the time to go through and polish everything off. Make sure there's no oils, no solvents, no anything left on here. This is the time to make it shine. All right. And let's get that hammer too. All right. That looks pretty good. And there you have it. We have taken apart, cleaned, lubed, and put back together a Phoenix Arms 22LR pistol. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section. I will gladly help you out, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. I also offer the online course to get your Texas license to carry a handgun. It's the 4-hour class broken down into segments and saves you progress so you can do it at your own pace. After completing the course, you can print your certificate. Then it'll help you locate an instructor close to you, no matter where you are in Texas, so you can complete the shooting portion of the course. This is all certified by the Texas Department of Public Safety. Check it out at reverendguns.com. If you have any questions or comments, please add them below. Be sure to like and subscribe for more firearms education.